Um, and kind of just just do a little bit of riffing on the microphone.
Yeah, test 1 2, kiss, kiss, 1 2 3, kiss, kiss, Gene Simmons, kiss, Sheldon, kiss.
What if you were excited? What would you sound like?
Oh man, holy guacamole, man! It's cold in here. Yeah, Sunpine Moon. Woo, yeah.
All right. What if you were sad?
Yeah, man. It's pretty rough. My refrigerator broke.
Yeah.
I just thank you guys for having me, honestly. Like, I really appreciate it. This is really cool. When Sheldon hit me up, I thought he was joking. You know.
Yeah, most people think it's joking when we say we have a podcast.
I mean, no, I didn't know. And then I was like, oh, no, this is serious. But yeah, I just really appreciate it. I've seen most of you perform. Have I seen you perform yet?
I haven't been in an art market before, so I don't know.
You seem to respect him, so probably.
I do respect him. I do. I respect everyone. But yeah,
this
thank you guys.
professional setup in my basement here. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I love it. Thank you guys.
All right, welcome to Things Might Happen. I
am the host.
Sheldon, who speaks for maybe 45 seconds per episode, is the host. He's on my left here. My name is Tyler Corbine. I'm also a co-host. And then on my right, we have Tyler Matheson.
Sheldon was sober for the last episode, but he rectified that for this episode, so it should go a lot smoother this
We'll get
time.
into this drink
And,
in this episode.
Heck yeah.
And then across the table from me, we have our
Hello.
guest
Thank you
of the
guys.
week, Josh Miranda, events organizer, community organizer,
I love that. Yeah.
but he's white, so people are okay with it.
It's not a terrorist threat.
Entrepreneur, hopefully a good guy.
Yeah, man.
He's been really drumming up a lot of his upcoming and that's upbringing in a way that makes you think, well, maybe he's not a good guy. Maybe I shouldn't be like, we're gonna get him on here and just like, oh, he's like Jeffrey Dahmer.
The checkered past.
But we're excited to have him. He's our first guest with hand tattoos,
Yeah, I think so.
and I don't know. We might get into some of them.
hand tattoo?
He has sampled that movie Begotten.
Has he?
He sampled it in one of his songs.
You know,
so
he would. He would. sample
That's
that
like an
movie.
automatic. That's
Yeah.
basically a hand tattoo. Why don't you give the folks a rundown of your life so far? You grew up in Chamberlain.
Man, yeah. Again, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. So my name is Josh Miranda. Yeah, I grew up in Chamberlain, South Dakota.
And we're sorry about that.
Yeah, very tiny town. Really into like basketball and sports and that kind of thing when you try to escape the small town vibes, you know. But always had a good sense of community there, actually. And I had one sister and one brother, and grew up with a single mom, solo YOLO in Chamberlain. So that was a pretty crazy experience through that. Did you guys want me to go through that whole kind of from there or what? I mean, I'm free open. Okay.
I mean, if it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's
we'll
boring.
see. We'll see.
If you're like, I just got straight A's and had a good time, I never went out, you know.
I mean, I honestly, it's gonna, maybe it starts out not interesting, and hopefully it gets a little bit more. But I was actually like a goody two shoes, bro. I literally was like, I was an altar boy. I was like 18. I'm serious.
In like a Catholic?
Yeah,
Like Roman Catholic?
crazy
That's
Roman
what I'm talking
Catholic.
about. You're good.
Yeah, like I broke away.
Finally, we have a
free and
good
clear.
consensus here. Finally, we brought on a guy who's good and down to earth.
Yeah. That was my life, man. Like, it was really hardcore. Like, we, read the Bible, and we grew up way out in the country, like 20 minutes out in the country, in Chamberlain. So very like desolate. And so this is kind of a funny side story. So my father, his name's Tom Miranda, and he is a bow hunter, TV producer. He was on ESPN for like 20 years, and I didn't really grow up with him or anything. He was in Florida and that kind of thing. But like, that was like why we ended up living in Chamberlain, because he was the state trapper. So he had
trapper?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, he would go around and trap coyotes and things like that, and nuisance animals for like farmers and stuff like that, because he had his pilot license, so he could like fly around and land and he would just trap things all over the state. It was crazy.
He would fly around and trap coyotes.
Yeah.
I did not see that booth at Career Day. Like, that sounds awesome. Like, I've heard of crop dusting, but not like coyote dusting.
Well, it's a different crop dusting.
Apparently.
So he like would fly around, like monitor the coyotes, see what patterns they get into, and then like catch them outside their job or what?
Yeah, I mean, it was through game fish and parks. So like he would do that, and that's why we lived in Chamberlain, because there's a headquarter game fish and park there. So that's just kind of a random story. He grew up in Ohio, and my mom and him lived in the UP in Upper Michigan, and he was a trapper. He was like my dad's like an entrepreneur through and through, and that's really what got me into like thinking about that. You know, kind of like, you know, you guys do comedy and that kind of stuff, so you have to think entrepreneurially. Sometimes you're putting the chairs up, doing the set, and taking the chairs down after, and doing it all, and like.
We still do that.
Yeah, and so do I. I mean,
That's how you
really
know
what
you
it is.
made it in Rapid City Comedy, is when they ask you to do the chairs. That's like the headlining spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when you know. That's when you know. But yeah, and then I just went to college. I went to SDSU. I was a football player. I played football for about a year and a half at South Dakota State. It wasn't as big as it is now. It was like the first year that it went D1. So we were like in a trailer, and like it was a lot of like, I was a walk-on. I was not like, I shouldn't have been, like I had like the Rudy jersey, and you know, it was
99,
seriously.
and you weighed like $180.
Dude, I was tiny. Yeah. Like you have to go through a physical, and I was the tiniest guy for sure. And like one of the doctors was like checking my knees and stuff, and he's like, "You must be fast." I was
So
like,
did you play for Coach Stig there?
Yep.
Do you have any great Coach Stig stories, or
Oh man,
he just retired?
Wow.
Yeah, he won a national championship.
Yes.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out.
I'm
good.
out. I was actually really good friends with his daughter,
Oh.
which is really, really funny. She was like my entrepreneurship studies companion, and she like runs like I think Papa Murphy's or Papa John's now or something. So she's like a really successful entrepreneur. But no, I was a scrub, man. I was like in a phase because I broke out of the Catholic. So I was going through like, I think Twilight was out at that time. So I was like literally dressing in black and like doing my hair like fucking crazy.
I want to
Put
see
glitter
you
on yourself?
self tanner. You know, it was crazy, dude.
I want to see emo football player Josh. Like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. It was awkward, honestly. It was a weird phase. But yeah, that's kind of what I was into at that time. I was taking a lot of film classes and things like that, which was really cool.
That'll do it to you.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
for sure. And then from there, I just kind of like to kind of tie it up quick. I just basically quit football, broke away from that. Really got into entrepreneurship. Got into wine actually, and kind of fell in love with wine because of I didn't have the best family upbringing, but every time when we would eat together and we would share food together and drink together, then it was like we were like on the same level, you know? It was always like really generous if somebody, you know, if they shared that with you, it was very vulnerable. And so like I went on a journey with wine and just like started to learn that, and like got my sommelier, and I lived in Austin, Texas, and LA, and I basically worked for Whole Foods, and I was a wine rep. So I got to do all that thing. I got to sell wine to Rachel McAdams. She asked me for the mint. In a Whole Foods, yeah. I wasn't anything at all. I still remember it.
Rachel McAdams didn't ring you up and like, I need wine.
No, she was like, I need mint and you to get out of my life. But always will remember that. But it was really cool, man. Like a guy from Chamberlain, you know, just to do that. That was like my attempt at trying to like make it or to be with the higher class people and to like feel accepted. And then,
Yeah, there's not a lot of vineyards in Chamberlain
no,
or South Dakota at all.
no,
Can we grow grapes here at all?
Yeah. I mean, we've
Yeah.
got wineries, man.
yeah.
But we're not growing grapes.
It's basically
We're buying grapes.
No, we've got grapes here. Like, Belfouche is full of them.
I don't think so.
they're not like great grapes though. They're just ultra
what I've
hyper
been saying.
sweet. Yeah. So it's like more like jam kind of tasting grapes and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. But,
New Jersey has a similar issue.
Yeah.
They can only make the sweet grapes.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Finger Lakes in New York. They do the ice wines, which are really big, and those are really sweet, and you can like age them for like 40, 50 years.
So what's your favorite wine?
I don't drink anymore, but when I used to drink, oh man, I was really big into Cab Francs. So a lot of people don't know about Cab Franc. It's normally used as a blending wine, but it has almost like an old lady's like a old lady's like bag, you know, like that perfume with like almost like potpourri.
I don't know why people would know more about this.
I don't know. I
it
saw.
sounds like it's right up
Speaking
our
of
alley.
Halloween and serial killer,
I believe now that you were a sommelier,
it just
because
it's
your go-to wine was like, not a lot of people know about this one
I know it's
because it's
pretentious.
perfumey and
It tastes like an old lady smells.
it's best if you put it in with other wines. Like,
If you swill it around in a purse for a little bit, it gets better. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like if you don't taste the original flavor of it, it's so good. I don't know.
it's really nice to fortify a Four Loko with this.
You take a bunch of Splenda, just mix it right up in there, and then you snort it, actually. It's where it's really good.
I think it was just like the thing that it blew my mind because I thought I knew what wine was, and it was something that I was like, whoa. And then like they have old world wines, which old world wines are like funky and barnyardy and like they're funky, dude.
Yeah.
And like people would just be like, no way, I'm drinking that. But back in the day, they're like, yeah, dude, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a really cool cultural experience. I got to meet a lot of people that had traveled because I, never could really travel that much. So it was cool, like for them to, and that was my dream. I wanted to be a wine guy because then you can go to the northern and southern hemisphere. So every 6 months you can go because you just follow the seasons. That would be kind of idyllic. But anyway, my alcoholism came to a crashing halt.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that later. But
That was ominous.
yeah, it was. It's the Halloween. I'm just feeling it now. I don't know. But yeah, it was just kind of like I had to move back home basically to finally tie it back into Rapids so I could just tie it all up. My mom got early onset dementia, not to be like a downer or anything like that, but I had always been coming back to Chamberlain literally through all of this time, through all of these cities. Every year I would come back and it would like be an excuse for it's like kicking it with the homies for like a month.
Yeah.
But I was really just checking on mom.
Yeah.
And so finally I was like, I got to go take care of that. And just like, I can't just keep running away thinking like, okay, if I move to like this city, I'm going to have this identity, this mask, and I'm going to be this person. And then it was like, I got to face that. And so that was really, really nice just to come back home. And then like, I was like, I can't live in Chamberlain, of course. There's just nothing to do in Chamberlain, So I'm going to
Al's Oasis.
Yeah. I thought about it.
Be a sommelier at Al's Oasis.
Yeah.
This will really go with your brown gravy.
Would you like the white or the red?
With your pie.
Boone's Farm.
I seen you brought Taco John's over.
That was great with this Josh.
Yeah. Here's the Everclear. Let's get to what really matters out here. This is what you need to stay warm, so you can talk to yourself. But yeah, so like I just moved out to Rapid City so that I could still go home every weekend until we got her in a home and got her taken care of and stuff, and started working for the Rapid City Arts Council. And so that's how I met Sheldon, and that's how I've met most of the people in Rapid City is through the Arts Council and the Doll Arts Center, and doing events and community organizing and film festivals and fundraisers and gala receptions and comedy shows. And I still love it. There's times where you just are like so burnt out when you do 250 events a year is how many events we do. And, like when you're on the road and you're like, is this crowd ever going to like, hello? But it's all worth it for like those small moments that, that you get those connections of people and people that are actually real and in the moment. And so that's, so.
So tying into your alcoholism,
Yes.
we have
When did I know?
we have
Let's talk about that.
Sunpine Moon
Yes.
is the name of your teas, or is it?
Correct.
That's how we're
I don't know if you guys can
categorizing
see
that.
that.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting concept because I don't really.
Let me hold on. Let me get the good open sound.
Yeah.
on the-
Well, and try them. Let me know.
I've been sipping on mine. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
it's
I've been doing a little bit more than sipping on.
We'll get more at the end. but,
Yeah.
like,
Do
you got
you
a
have
website for this?
Can you grab a microphone?
Right now, just Instagram. I don't have an actual, but we're gonna get a website right now soon, hopefully. I am at 5 locations. So we're at Breadroot, we're at Tandoor Bocado, we're at BB's Natural. Where else are we at? I'm forgetting somebody. Staple and Spice, Canvas to Paint.
Interesting.
What am I missing? I probably forgot somebody.
Is it
but
the doll?
Yes,
That would-
doll. It's
Yeah,
available at the
say,
doll. Yeah,
that would make sense.
Yep. But it's really cool actually, just to kind of like toot it a little bit, of what it is, because there's really
Yeah, you kind of explain what
nothing-
it is, kind of from.
Yeah. So it's actually cold steeped. So it's not. It's herbs. So if you look like
Kind of like a sun tea.
Yeah, exactly. It's all refrigerated, and then we actually seal them, and they normally steep for about 5 to 7 days. So you're getting a lot of like heavy herbal effect.
What are all the ingredients and stuff in it?
Yeah,
Like
so if it's the OG, you're gonna have chamomile, you're gonna have rooibos, you're gonna have catnip, you're gonna have California poppy, you're gonna have 5-HTP, you're gonna have GABA, you're gonna have bachelor buttons.
He's just making some of these up as he's going through. It's like, hey, what can I get away with on these guys?
But
you
it's
said,
great.
You said poppy, and I'm like, am I going to fail my drug test?
Yeah, GABA,
you'll be
we
fine.
got some Sesame Street, we got some Fraggle Rock, we got so a lot
Pretty
of, like,
much.
a lot of like really natural, like kind
Yeah.
of like things that are definitely like herbal, things that you don't think about necessarily as ingredients
Yeah,
in anything.
it's like a health tonic.
You just walk up to the Black Hills with a can, just scoop a little bit off the ground,
Pretty
and then
much.
just put water in it, call it good.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like
And
an
filter
everything
it.
bagel.
Yeah. It's got everything you need.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
all it's all locally sourced, or is it?
So I actually have a farmer in Wisconsin who grows all of the actual herbs themselves. And then I do the mixes myself, and I do every can. We do about 86 cans a week right now at our locations. So it's really small, and it's not something that I'm trying to like blow up. It's really just about, honestly, community and just an alternative lifestyle.
But 86 cans a week is not nothing.
No.
Like that means people
Thank
are
you.
going.
Yeah,
If you was
appreciate
like
that.
we started at 86 cans and we're down to 5 a week, you know, then it'd be like, well,
Yeah.
you know.
Troubling.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, well, Coke probably was tasted by one person initially. You know,
Valid.
I'm sure you want that comparison to your
Definitely. Yeah.
to your. This could be
No,
the
I
next
love
Coca-Cola. You know what I mean?
It's really cool too. Like the biggest takeaway is I try to turn negatives into positives, and like a lot of people were like, okay, so it's basically small batch unfiltered long brewed living tea. So it has a shelf life, right? It's kind of like cold brew coffee or like kombucha. A lot of these big stores, like let's say I sell to like a Publix or like a Safeway or like a Whole Foods, they're gonna want to buy back. So they might buy $20,000 worth of product, but then the shit that doesn't sell, they're gonna want me to write a check for $15,000 because only 5,000 sold. With these, they go bad in 30 days. I just buy them back from the people, and I get to meet them and see what's going on, see what's working, see what's not working.
Yeah.
And that's like been the biggest takeaway is like it's not just a product that you put out there and it's good for like 2 years on the shelf and you don't even care about the person selling
These
it.
are the 45-day ones.
Yeah, these are the,
Yeah, those are the old ones, boys.
I
Good
just picked them
luck.
back up.
Good luck.
So if I finish this tonight, when do I get my superpowers?
At least by tomorrow morning,
Okay.
you should
All right,
feel
cool.
something.
Gotta check the beads.
Yeah.
Got me.
It's
Got
time to
me.
get new beads.
And we'll move one. Yes, we got another one.
It's like an abacus, but a watch.
But yeah, that was my rundown, and that was kind of uncomfortable because Sheldon knows, like, I just like to give a lot of my input and see the thing happen behind the scenes because that's what really matters for me, and it's the relationship. So I appreciate you guys even having me on here. This is so sick that you guys are doing this because I know it takes a lot of work to do this shit because we all have jobs and lives and stuff, and so it's cool.
But,
I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
yeah.
I think it's sick.
We just make Tyler
Because we
do
need
it
this
all.
here. We need this in Rapid City, and I'm pumped about the show.
No, this is it's cool. It's fun to meet people,
Yeah.
and kind of see what people are going on, what they're doing, especially when it's like,
Yeah.
this is like interesting. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
something. It's like, tea sucks. Like tea is not good, and
Bars.
but most of the time because like when you buy like a bottle of tea, it's like full of it's bad tea that's like just sugared up.
Yeah.
Or you go home and you steep a tea and you're like you drink a couple sips and you're like.
This is undrinkable
Yeah,
without
you're-
way too
yeah.
much honey.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, this is an interesting way to bring like new flavors into tea, and not necessarily it's just, oh, I added sugar to it. So
100%. And it's also just a different taste on like different flavors of non-alcoholic, where it's not necessarily like trying to taste like a beer or trying to taste. I mean, the Mighty Pine does taste like a gin kind of alternative, sprucey, piney, but just different flavors, because herbs, when you steep them that long, they're sweeter. So when you boil tea and and you steep it hot, it just has a different kind of tannic effect on the tea. And so when you steep it like this with it's a lot of herbs, dude. I mean, I'm putting like 250 to 500 grams of herbs per 18 cans. So that's a lot, and they're steeping for 5 days plus all the nootropics. So I mean, if you have one a night, it's totally can be an alcohol alternative, and try it for like a month, and you'll probably, like, if you want to try that lifestyle, it's kind of great, honestly. So that's kind of what we're trying to promote. We don't necessarily need to promote that. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Okay, because you're gonna do it anyway. You don't want me to tell you what to do. Chamberlain. West River.
It tastes like the forest smells.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to go put on a flannel now and go like
Yeah.
the sleeping bag under the stars, but it's really cold out. So I
It
don't
is.
think I'm
It
gonna do
is.
that.
But like,
Thank you.
this is really cool. Like, oh, tourists are coming through. You should go buy this thing that's like
Yeah.
produced here.
Yeah, this should be the
Hell yeah.
the local thing that people go do.
Maybe a cost-saving measure, though. You change out some of the GABA, put some high fructose corn syrup in there,
Just to
carbonated a bunch,
longevity.
maybe some cola. I don't
Yeah.
just throw it in.
Yeah.
Remove some of the catnip and just put some Kentucky bluegrass in there. Nobody will know.
Nobody will know. It'll taste
But
the same.
yeah, if you have the chance, definitely go get some Sun Pine Moon.
Absolutely.
Wherever amethysts are sold.
Oh yeah, was it the Mystic Market that was the place you forgot? or-
Just
Not
follow
yet,
all
soon
the
to be.
crystal girls.
Hey, you should
Pretty
try
much.
to get in with some of those crystal
Yeah, for
girls.
sure.
It's at the yoga studio. That
Oh,
was
there
one-
we go.
That was
Yeah.
one of them that I forgot.
There's
Yeah.
like those ones.
They're great. I love that group.
People who do like the bowls.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I used to be addicted to Coke. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm addicted to Sun Pine Moon. you
Yes.
know?
That's the commercial.
That's the commercial right there.
And cut. That was it. That's what I need. I do need ambassadors, Tyler.
I don't think.
Do you want to be the first sponsor of Things Might Happen?
Well, he's already brought his stuff.
That's true. Yeah,
cool.
you're the first sponsor
Yeah.
of Things Might Happen.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, one vision that I've had with it is I would love to do events where a chef would come in and like they could charge whatever they want, and I would just give like free Sun Pine Moon away, and then we would have entertainment like comics or music and stuff like that, and it would just be like, or even like EDM music. I've talked to all of the Heron and those girls that are crushing it. Just to do cool events that people in their 20s, 30s, 40s that, like, because we need that here in Rapid. I think, more people are moving here and want to, like, actually make it here and not be like, well, it'd be way cooler if it was in Denver, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get it. It's, but I'm proud that I live here and I'm part of this community.
So when is Meow Wolf Rapid City opening up here?
2025.
Well, let's make our own so we can capture some more money out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like Barkamoo, Rapid City,
Switch
Sun
it.
Pine Moon.
Sun Pine Moon.
Yeah, switch it up. Switch it up.
Sun Pine Moon Rapid City.
All right. We had one good Sun Pine. What's the most successful flavor? What's one people go to?
Man,
That's
probably
the one
the
you
sun.
don't ever buy back.
The Sun blend is really, which is this one right here, because it has the black and it tastes almost like an Earl Grey. It's the most familiar.
Yeah.
Is that Earl Grey where it's like is it like a strong, what's the bergamot?
Yep.
It's got a strong bergamot, or is
Yeah.
it? Because sometimes you have one and you're like, you can't even taste it. And other times you have one and you're like, all right.
This thing's jacked up. I mean, it's got ginseng and it's strong. That one's the caffeine alternative. That'll give you the pep in the step for
Can
sure.
I have that instead of a Red Bull?
Yeah.
Would that still replace the full Red Bull, or would I have to like probably still drink
Drink
most
the
of a Red Bull?
4-pack.
It's a different kind of energy. It comes from like the center because of the ginseng and stuff. So it's almost like you're kind of like, have you ever had enough caffeine without sugar, like just black coffee, where you're just like, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
Or you're
Yeah,
like
the energy
getting,
doesn't come from the center. It kind of comes from all angles. And feels like it's crushing me, but yeah.
I'm also really sensitive to caffeine.
Yeah.
I
So
was gonna say so am
Yeah.
I. So if I drink like this one,
Yep.
would it make me want to have an anxiety attack?
no, it's
Okay.
like it's just one is just enough for me to give me the like
It gets you
edge. Yeah. I had 6 the night when we did the 50th, and that was too
Oh,
much.
okay.
That was too much. Yeah.
So What if you took like one of the herbs out and just put Zin in one of these? Would you think that might build your customer
Talking about
base?
the pouches?
Yeah, the pouches. Yeah.
I've heard some weird things about that stuff, like of what like its effects.
Oh yeah,
how-
do tell, because nobody here does any.
Apparently,
of
it
those at all.
increases erections or something. Like apparently, that's what Tucker Carlson was saying. Like it
I don't know
helps
why we're
with
looking at me.
it helps with blood flow. Apparently, so that was
Well,
interesting. I just thought that was interesting.
Nicotine makes your blood vessels thin, so it increases the blood flow, but it's by making your blood vessels thinner. So it's not a good.
I didn't even know that.
It's not a good way
Not
of
a
going
good one.
about it.
Yeah,
It's
So
not like
anyway.
doing cardio. It's,
Yeah. I actually have a funny story. All my roommates that I lived with in college were like, I'm not gonna call them rednecks, but they were like ag guys.
Sure.
And they all dipped, and I didn't dip, and I thought I was hard, and like I could drink a lot of alcohol and stuff. And I did a dip on my lower and my top, and I just like threw up and like blacked
dip
out. It
is
was rough.
insane.
That stuff's it's harsh, man.
Yeah.
I have respect for people who can handle the dip.
I don't know if respect is right. It's like,
Kind of do. It's
I
like,
love
how are
it.
you
I
functioning
fear
right
them.
now? Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you up? How are you standing up right now? I'd be woozy. But yeah, the OG and the hippie though, those ones are the most calming, and that's really my big thing, like anti-anxiety. Like I'm just so jacked up. I get up early in the morning anyway.
Yeah, so if I just crush up a Xanax in one of them,
Yeah,
it's gonna be-
Percocet pudding. Yeah, totally.
cool. Well, we've milked this cow. I think
Yeah,
for now.
for sure. For sure.
Banff. You want to talk about Banff at all?
I can kind of
Or
touch
do you
on.
have? I don't know. You have anything about that? That's good.
I can touch on like the RCAC. I mean, that's kind of will encompass everything. I think
RCAC means
Rapid City Arts Council.
Yeah.
So that's like been the last 5 years. That's literally been my life, to be honest with you. I started out at the front desk. I was literally like just happy to have a job. I was,
You're just like, I need income.
literally, I was paid $11 an hour.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Some of us are still living it.
Yeah.
It's more than we make doing comedy, man.
Shit. But yeah, it was just like I literally didn't really even think anything of it. If anything, I was kind of shocked. I was like, this is here.
Yeah.
I didn't even think we had this in Rapid City. I didn't,
Well, I mean, even just a few years ago, it was probably just like a lean-to connected to the police department or something.
100%. Like it's all brick, and it's just kind of. And then I got really lucky that I had just really good mentors. Like I had Denise DuBois, Jackie Diedrich, who is our executive director, that just really cared about community and people that are in like the civic realm. And like, I am literally a rebel personality type. Like, so like somebody's like, you gotta do the right thing. Like, it's just like, whatever, I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do. But like to see people that were like living that truth and like in the community and doing it, it just like made me want to do the same. And so I worked my way up. I started to help out with events. I became the event assistant. After the event assistant, I started to be the event coordinator. Then COVID happened. We went through 3 or 4 executive directors. We didn't really have much leadership. It was just a lot of like, and it really just became my like home. It's almost like when you're sometimes like life's uncomfortable and you go on stage or you have a moment, whatever it is, where you feel like, okay, this is like my place where I can do my thing, And so that's really what I get the privilege to do. I get to do events, 250 a year plus, and that's private events, but it's also 50-50 split between nonprofit events. So that's events that help the community, and like they're mostly fundraisers. So a lot of these nonprofits, they need to raise money at these events, and it's where they're going to reach out to donors and people that matter and care. So it's, a lot of stress, because it's like they're trusting us to help them through that whole process. But in a way, it was just a great opportunity for me to meet people in the community and just feel like, I honestly feel like, and I know I'm being very sentimental today, was just kind of a weird day, but it's like, I think life, it's like being in a role of service is actually what it's all about. Like, it's really the journey there. And like, sometimes when you get to the top of the mountain, you're just kind of almost envious of the people like working, because it's all about the moments actually that matter. It's not about like, you know what I mean? So I just think I'm trying to like do that more and more. And I'm just really fortunate that I get to do that and like be a part of the community and help people and see nonprofit and see art and healing and like performance and connection. anyway, that's my spiel on that. I'm still very passionate about that. So if you guys get a chance, come out to the Doll.
And now you make $11.25 an hour? Is that right?
About.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, cool.
I get a little more freedom now.
He gets to make that 11.25 whenever he wants. Like, he can come in.
$11.25 and a quarterly pizza party.
I got a key now. They can track me.
Do you do any weird fundraisers, like a bizarre, like, why are we setting this up?
Yeah. A lot of the weird ones are basically people who've like they've seen a fundraiser like online or like a Met
crazy
Gala,
idea.
and then they're just like, "You're gonna make it happen," and you're just like, "What?" Or you know, or somebody like I had one lady. Okay, anyway, she
Don't have to name names.
Yeah, we won't name names, but she just was a very high level individual and had done events like the Grammys and the Super Bowl and the Oscars and she kind of came in and just like has this mentality of I own the place, and that's always gotten me in trouble, honestly, because I always push back on those people because I'm from Chamberlain, yo.
Yeah. You're the rebel.
Yeah, for sure. And because I feel like that's why I actually decide to show up every day is like I fight for the people who like need people to fight for them, you know, because I was that person that needed somebody to look out, you know, after me, and there was really nobody in my family that did, and it was the community that did. So I just want to hopefully return that to somebody someday.
Like, vaguely, what was the event that she was trying to do?
It's a wedding.
Oh, wait.
It wasn't even a fundraiser.
Wait, was she like the aunt of like somebody?
Yes!
Like, and she's
Yes!
like, it's like, oh, my aunt's done the Grammys. She's gonna do our wedding.
Yes, and she came in like
Did she get Bruno Mars
red-eyed
or something?
Dude, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was crazy, but and that's the thing. It's funny. Like sometimes the biggest events are like the dumbest ones in a way, and then you're just kind of like, why did we do that? That was like, what was going on there?
Besides comedy, we all also do photography and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we've all been, but at least a couple of us have been asked to shoot weddings, and I will not photograph a wedding. Because I've been around those, and I just can't handle that level of stress. I can't imagine if you take that and take somebody who's like a type A personality, who's done something like managed an event like the Grammys. I can't even.
Yeah.
I don't even like being at weddings. Why are all these people happy?
Yeah.
We're all going into the dirt.
We're all hitting the water.
All our carbon is going to be given away someday. And what are we doing, wasting it here doing this?
We're all gonna end up in Chamberlain someday.
Yes. Yes. With our plot. Yeah, but I've had a lot of great experiences, and it's maybe one or two a year, honestly, out of those 250 that are just kind of like a drag, but most of them are great.
So, like, speaking about RCAC, one of my favorite things that they do is BAM.
Yep.
Can you like let people know what that is? Because I think more people should know what that is.
Yeah. So BAMF, and it sounds like BAMF.
Yeah, you keep saying it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's actually in Alberta, Canada, and it's actually it's a college institution. It's like a ski place. It's very beautiful, actually. And they have a film festival out there every year, and then we get the rights in Rapid City to have it for 2 nights. It's a big fundraiser for the RCAC. We do music and concerts and things like that. This year I'm planning something that'll be really cool in April. Probably like barbecue brews and blues is kind of what I'm thinking. We have like a barbecue competition, and then have all the breweries have booths, and then just have live music and jamming and stuff like that. I'm really excited about the Native Art Market. We're going to sponsor it in 2025. So we're going to be we're not going to charge them at all for the venue. We're going to actually support it 100%.
Nice.
So we can continue to do that. Just initiatives like that are really like, where I'm exploring it, and Banff is turning into that. The community really loves Banff because we're so outdoor oriented because, the hills and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's a really cool outdoor, like mountain biking, rock climbing, that kind of thing.
And then they do the film festival at the end.
Yep, at the Elks. Yep, at the Elks Theater. And this next year, we're going to do it April 20th and 21st, or maybe it's the 21st or 22nd. It's a Monday, Tuesday. The second night is Earth Day. So,
cool.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
Yeah, I attended one, and it's like these the one I went to is documentaries, and it was all really cool documentaries, and it was like, I think we watched like 7 of them in a night. and then
Yep.
like 5 more the next night or whatever.
Yep.
And they're really cool because they're like from all over the world. And yeah, it was just everybody should go check this out. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's really like the funnest thing that I do other than like the performing arts side of it. You know, just to see people really in their element is awesome. Love it.
So you're around performing arts all the time. Do you have anything that you perform, or are you trying to be more behind the scenes? What's your role in the performing arts?
Yeah, you know, I play guitar. Like we just had the Bread Root co-op. I played like a 70-minute set for fun. I mean, I'm not like
Say
saying
7 minute?
70-minute.
Oh, I thought you said 7. I heard 7 minute.
Dude, I was so nervous.
Well, that's one song if you're certain people.
Dude,
So.
yeah.
That's half a song if you like the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I am a deadhead.
I did
Sheldon
4
knows.
verses of Arlo Guthrie.
I was so nervous because I had done open mics and stuff, and I always would joke around with Sheldon when we worked together. Like I would love to just be the writer and have Sheldon do the delivery. But I'm trying to do. I'm trying. I'm trying to do more things that are outside my comfort zone, and that's good because I grow. And like when you fail, you learn. And so it's just like, but yeah, I play guitar. I'm a big deadhead actually. I have a huge like. If you come into my office, it's just like rugs and
You like they did the
incense.
John Mayer tour? You like John Mayer's
I went to 3 of those. I passed out at one.
So you don't really like him that much. You only went to 3.
Yeah. That's when I knew I was getting old. You know, it
When you
was
passed
like,
out.
yeah, there was a guy that was, he was basically like right next to me, and we were just broing it out, and he was in his like mid 40s, and he traveled around America just fixing coffee machines, like really expensive ones, like $20,000 ones. And he basically was just like, you know, we're partying or whatever, and I must have locked my knees out because it's like an amphitheater, and I just was like, and I like went over to my girlfriend Kelly, and I was like, I just got to go to the bathroom, and she was like, are you okay? And I like started to stumble away, and I literally passed out in the aisle, and everybody thought I was like on shrooms or acid. They're like, you got to get up, bro, and I was just like hyperventilating.
Could have used a sun tea. Sunpine
Pre
green tea right there.
That was pre Sunby Moon.
Yeah. You were like, if only there was a way to calm down.
That's when I knew Kelly was my girl, man, because she
Yeah.
was just like, she made me feel, and she's like, we don't even need to watch this because I'd spent so much money on those tickets.
Sure.
You know, because that was like COVID, so it was like it was like right after COVID where you had to like, you know,
Everything was opened up and everything was like
and it was like,
tough to get to.
well, that venue's like 10,000 people, and they normally play like stadiums, so it's like seeing a really good comic, like, you know, and like with like 50 people or something, you'd be like, this is intimate, like,
Yeah.
and I blacked out and missed half of it. So there you go.
That's good.
Because of
It's
my
good. Love
knees.
got you through. Love got you through your
Yes.
aging knees.
I mean, it was John Mayer that you missed, not like, I mean, Taylor Swift or...
Do you think, does John Mayer play his own songs with the Grateful Dead?
No,
You don't hear Gravity or Your Body is a Wonderland?
he didn't when I watched it.
In
Thank
jam
God.
band.
He did a rendition of Morning Dew that was pretty amazing in Boulder. I would go to Boulder and watch them when they would play at Folsom, and it was always just a lot of it's just people watching, because it's just so cool. You get to see so many interesting people and like hear some interesting stories, and yeah,
See all the different drugs in
pretty much.
in real time.
Just watch the clouds go up in front of you.
We're going to go over to the ketamine quarter over there and see what they figured out.
That's the good art, man.
Ayahuasca arena.
That's cool. Yeah, music is a great outlet, and I am glad that no one can hear me do music.
Yeah. Well, you guys do comedy though, which is so hard because it's so vulnerable. Because when you do music, even if it's, I mean, original music is very vulnerable, you know, but like original comedy is tough because comedy is definitely different. Like I've always just really admired it, and it's very interesting to me, the people who get into it, and like it's an art for real. So I just really like it, you know. The biggest thing is like, why do you guys do it? Like what's the biggest thing why you guys do?
If I could stop, I would. Like
Okay,
100%.
like that.
It's just a need, compulsive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird after like the first time. Even after the first time, you're like, "Oh, this is horrible. I suck. This is disgusting."
I guess I'm not funny at all.
And then I'm like, "But I'm gonna do it again, though." I don't,
Yeah.
it's just like I really don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but you just, I don't know. Once you start, you're just like, you're gonna die with it in your mind somehow.
Yep. there's a freedom to getting up and doing comedy because a lot of these things are just things that everyone has these, the random thoughts in their head, and some people share them, some people don't, but as a comic, it's taking those random thoughts and stringing them together and making it interesting. And that's one of the best things about comedy is you get to share a part of yourself in a way that most people never do.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Heard that. Amen.
And
Roman Catholic came out.
what
Sorry.
was your answer? What was your answer?
What?
What was your answer?
Money and women.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot
Fast
of women.
cars,
yeah.
fast
I
women.
love the truth.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it. No,
Love the
that's cool.
chicks, man.
Well, we've gotten pretty far without this, but
Yeah.
it's our
I'm excited for
Chrissy
this.
Davies hat
I love this.
of
This is-
Oblivion.
And I'm going to pop another one.
Yeah. And
How-
he wanted rapid fire.
How are you connected to Chrissy Davies? Like,
We did the vagina monologues
Yeah, okay,
together,
yeah.
and then we do women behaving badly.
Did you do the vagina monologues?
I wish, dude.
Which
They
one
need to
did you
bring them
do?
back. They haven't
Yeah.
done them in 2 years.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
You a car guy?
Not really.
No.
Okay. Toss it.
But I mean, I'll answer a car question
What's your favorite? Okay.
because I know.
Oh, I see what you
can
said
you
now.
take a look at my car outside?
Yeah.
It's leaking, and I'm not sure what's wrong.
Paint's
with it.
all chipped.
What are your favorite 3 cars?
Man, yeah. Gone in 60 Seconds. That Shelby GTO or whatever that Nick Cage was obsessed with. I thought that was always sick. I really liked that truck in like Randomly Walking Tall or whatever with The Rock, that like F-150 from 1970.
And Lightning McQueen, right? That's the third one. Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, for
man.
sure.
Yeah. Basically muscle cars are pretty sick. Cool, I admit.
All right. We kind of probably know what this is, but music genre you're really into.
I'm really into jam bands.
Yeah.
And I'm really into like Queens of the Stone Age, concept albums. I'm into Thievery Corporation.
Is that a band or?
Yeah, Thievery
He's just into
Corporation
stealing.
is they're kind of like international, and they do like reggae and jazz and like neo funk and
Cool.
EDM, and they're a really great group.
What's your favorite like Fish album?
Oh, dude, I never got into Fish.
Really?
I'm a dead guy. Yeah, I'm a dead
man.
guy
What
through
about
and
Dave
through.
Matthews? You and Dave Matthews?
I wanted to learn Crash Into Me for a while.
Yeah.
That's a hard song to play on guitar, actually.
All of his songs
Jacks
are,
your hands up.
They sound like they'd be pretty easy, but he's doing some.
He's good.
He's doing some good stretching.
Yeah, he's annoying, though. He's annoying because he's just so big. He got, it's like Taylor Swift. Like, I respect Taylor Swift because she's like rock star, dude.
Sure.
But when you get to that big, it's like you're almost a parody of yourself wherever you go.
Have you heard about the Dave Matthews Band driving in Chicago in their tour bus?
No, what happened?
The one year their tour bus unloaded its septic tank over the river in Chicago.
Didn't it like hit a boat or something?
Like off the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know all the specifics of it, but it's important to know.
not a good choice. then.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they probably, when you have to go, you have to go. They probably wanted to
full,
wait,
and, yeah.
but it's Chicago traffic. And
Man, so that was probably a bad PR nightmare.
yeah,
for them.
I don't think Dave went and pulled the lever.
Like if it was just anybody in Chicago, it'd be like, oh, that's pretty normal. But because it's Dave Matthews,
Yeah.
we got to get him.
He probably would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the Dave Matthews Band on the side of his bus.
He's like, no one will notice.
Yeah, it's fine. They'll just
was the
think
giveaway.
that we're a regular tour.
It's like playing his music on the other. Oh, hey, ho. It's like I wonder who's doing that. So, do you travel often?
When I lived in my truck, when I did that for 2 years, I traveled everywhere. I drove everywhere.
You've alluded to that. When were you living in your truck? We got to hear this story.
Last year.
So when I quit Whole Foods and lived in Denver, I started working for the Outdoor Channel, and I did photography. I shot B-roll and did a lot of that kind of stuff. So I basically did a lot of sunset
That'd be
sunrises.
fun.
Yeah. It was pretty sick actually at the time. Yeah.
What did you shoot on? What was your?
Sony A7R2.
What I'm talking about.
Low light mirrorless because I was doing a lot of time lapses.
Very cool.
Which was nice because I didn't have to do audio really.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh yeah, because they just probably pipe in some random noises.
yeah, it was always background
and then
stuff.
someone narrating or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was nice. It was low stress. You're like, okay, just get a sunset.
I was talking to one of the local photographers around here, and they have like side gigs where they'll do like stock photography for Adobe, and I'm like, that would be awesome to do that. Just go out in the hills and like take pictures of birds and pine trees and stuff, and get paid to do it. That'd be awesome.
That's actually how I paid my bills. It wasn't really through the Outdoor Channel because that was freelance. I started a company called Draco Max, and we basically did stock photography. So when I would go shoot the stuff, I would get like, there was like an animal, like an exotic animal, like a sheep or something. If I was in Alaska or in Canada or something like that, that I could sell in stock photography like that because somebody would probably need it. That's really what paid the bills more so than the Outdoor Channel
awesome.
stuff. Yeah.
This is now all about photography. That's all
Sorry.
I'm doing. The rest-
Where did you? What's the best place you visited?
Doing that job.
And doing that job.
Yeah.
Man, I really liked the Yukon. I went to the Yukon and I had never ridden a horse, and it was literally like a 16-hour horseback ride to camp. And I mean, I was young at that time. I was 24, 25, and I mean, I couldn't even walk basically, and it rained for 21 days and we didn't see one sheep.
You can't go from not riding a horse to going like, I'm gonna get on this horse for 16 hours.
It was a nightmare.
I just can't believe that you found a horse to carry you and your truck all the way in there. Like, that's awesome.
Pulling the truck line.
And it was just brutal because it was like, it starts to hit like there's nobody here. If you get hurt, if you're screwed basically.
Just shoot me, man.
Yeah, it was crazy, but that was beautiful though, because I got to see like wolverines and like some weird animals, and like there's just nothing there. Yeah, beautiful.
It wasn't like a Walmart or anything.
No.
Dollar General.
Dollar General is there.
A
for sure.
16-hour horse ride as you crest over the final hill. Just a big Walmart, an airport. You're like, what the hell?
There is a town called Whitehorse, and but we actually almost got robbed there, so it's pretty sketchy there.
By the horse?
Yeah.
Give me all your oats.
But yeah, that was really memorable for me. I don't know why.
Very cool.
It's the Chamberlain, the desolation,
What side of the river were you on in Chamberlain?
east.
Do you claim East
Claim
River?
East River.
As my birthplace? Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you? Well, why? Because you could get away with saying West River.
I could. I don't know. I'm actually really proud that I'm from Chamberlain because it's like,
I got out.
well, that. But also it was like such a weird time. Like now that I'm older and I can look back and just how we're all on technology and phones, like everybody would go to the basketball games and they would watch the basketball games, and they would literally be like 1,500 people in there watching the basketball
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And it was just like such a time from
Yeah.
the past, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of crazy in that realm. But yeah, East River, for sure. For sure.
Do you like West River more though?
For sure. That's
Yeah.
why I live here.
Yeah.
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 100%. Yeah.
We don't need to, we don't need to go any
Black
further
Hills
on
is
that.
the
That's
only
right.
place I'd live in South Dakota, really.
You Thanksgiving guy?
Sure.
You seem like you're a Halloween guy,
Yeah.
but Thanksgiving, you're sure on it. You're okay. What's your favorite part about Thanksgiving? Was it colonization of America or the genocide, that
for
followed?
sure, yeah.
I would say
Or the stuffing.
Or the stuffing?
there was one Thanksgiving that our power went out in our house in Chamberlain, and we got Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
And that was the best Thanksgiving ever because nobody had any expectations. It was
Yeah.
just like nobody gives a fuck. Just
all
eat the
hanging out, eating
pepperoni.
some pizza.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that Pizza Hut employee though, who have to work on Thanksgiving? Like, you're not doing anything. You get the call and
Was
you're like,
it
is this
your-
a prank?
Was it just your guys's or like a whole patch of the city?
It was just like our little area because we were out in the country. Yeah.
I was gonna say because if it was like 20 or 30 people,
No.
it's like what's one thing, but if it's like half the city's down, this Pizza Hut guy is in trouble.
Yeah.
He's-
I'm surprised they were open.
Yeah.
honestly.
Thanksgiving can't even out Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I still love Pizza Hut, but it's like hard to love it now. Like back then, it was still kind of good. Now it's just like, what happened?
Well, now your body has to actually work to process it.
Bars. Yeah, heard. Yeah, that was
I worked at Domino's, and they had
if I-
volunteer sheets.
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right.
They had volunteer sheets for you to sign up for the Thanksgiving and then Christmas ones, because we needed a couple people in the store, but like no one wanted to. And you usually have pretty good tips because people are like, "Thank God you're alive." You know,
Yeah.
I burned a turkey today, and now you're saving my family.
Or I don't have a family because they died in a car crash. I can't forgive myself for.
So now I'm gonna eat 3 pizzas by myself.
And cry.
Here's
I'm like, enjoy your
$20.
stuffed cheesy bread.
Here's $20 before I go drive off a bridge.
I avoided the Noid. Here you go.
These ones are fresh.
Yeah, a fresh one.
Made
Fresh picked.
less than 7 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
7 days ago.
There you go.
So, what's
Get
your
it.
favorite Thanksgiving dish other than?
Stuffing.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say like a stuffed crust
cheesy.
pizza.
No.
Stuffed crust pepperoni pizza.
It's probably the only food that I will eat outside of Thanksgiving would be the stuffing. I'll randomly make stuffing. Like
yeah.
stuffed
Most
up.
Thanksgiving foods are not really.
It's a lot of work to make all that stuff.
I've never seen anybody be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna open a can of cranberries just on a random Tuesday."
Yeah,
Cranberries
no,
are tasty though.
They're fine.
in the jar.
Cranberry slap, dude. This smells really good, by the way.
I worked at Pizza Ranch for 2 years in college. I delivered pizzas. Yep. You did make good money on
I
tips.
don't-
It was fun.
I
enjoyed
don't
it.
understand people who order Pizza Ranch.
Yeah, for
They're
delivery.
kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive.
It's kind of expensive, and the entire point of the Pizza Ranch is to go there
buffet.
and just
Yeah.
have 4 shitty pizzas and some mashed potatoes.
It's some ice cream.
Yeah.
So wait, do people order other buffet items?
People would order pizzas and like chicken and like, fries, and then we would deliver it. Yeah.
Can you order a pound of green beans or something?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Coleslaw.
I did not.
Definitely.
I thought it was just pizza. Anyway,
So
next question.
there's a guy who goes around all around America trying to go to every Pizza Hut Pizza Ranch in the country. I'm like, why wouldn't you choose a better restaurant? Like, if you're gonna go to every one of something, be like, at least have some respect for yourself.
Yeah.
And try something good.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know.
Do you want to do that?
What's it called? The cactus bread? The dessert pizza? It's a
Those are
strudel
good.
pizza?
Yeah.
That's what gave me
That got me through
diabetes.
college because we used to get at the end of the night when they closed it down, you get the staff gets like 30 minutes that we could like basically the GM would be like, well, you're not really supposed to do that, but like I'll look away.
Yeah.
And then you could take whatever food you wanted, and that got me through college, man, for real. But because we had to throw it away, and it was crazy how much we would throw away.
I'm sure.
We had a dude on my floor in college who worked at Panera, and every night he worked, he'd come home with a bag full of just like bread because they don't sell it the next day.
Yep.
That's what got me through COVID.
Yep.
It's also why I
100%.
gained 15 pounds every
Just
year.
living on carbs. Just living on bread.
You see, he said rapid fire. What are you doing?
You literally leaned into the mic and went like you were about to say something.
I was gonna say next question, and then Tyler chimed in with his pizza rant.
First of all,
No. Here, let me do it. I'll show you how to do it. What is your hear me out person or character?
that wasn't I'm not
What
pulling
does
that
that
pile.
mean? What does hear me out mean?
Madison, can you explain this again?
So there's a trend going around social media right now where people will share their like hear me out characters or people like just things that aren't meant to be attractive but they find attractive. So like they would have to get somebody to hear them out. Like my wife and I did like a presentation on this. Like a lot of people will like print them out and stick them in cakes for some reason. But like we made like slideshows, and one of mine is like the Starbucks logo.
Is why?
Like
It's Starbucks though.
yeah, just a little
Oh,
bit.
it's like a sexual thing.
well, or like just attractive.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
something that I find
Yeah.
attractive that
Right,
somebody
that-
else
that maybe
wouldn't find
shouldn't be,
attractive.
right? You have to try to
Okay.
convince them of
Like a
that.
mermaid doing this,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's
I'm
pizza
kind of
Hut.
into I guess for partners I've noticed now, since I'm going to be 34 here in about a month or so.
Yeah, we're also too old to be thinking about this.
Sorry for trying
this
to
might-
work on our SEO by finding a trendy thing to bring it in.
I just really love like partners that are like strong. Like, like I like somebody who's like going to tell me like, maybe we should do it this way, or, to challenge me. I like that a lot, actually. And I've noticed that as I've gotten older.
So like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. For this question, it was like, oh.
Goku.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I guess I got to think of something weird that I would be
Okay,
into.
everybody likes Bulma, though.
Well, like you mentioned strong, and like that's right there,
Gosh, yeah, I am really like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't have to be sexual though, right? It
No,
doesn't
no,
have-
it's
it could
just
just be
like
something that's
attractive, yeah.
attractive.
It has to be sexual.
Man,
Like Matheson chose the Porsche from Cars.
No, I didn't. That's been a common one, but like I think Sheldon's projecting. Like, man, I really like that car.
I love hippies. Like, I just love people that are free and into like flowers and like, I just love free people. I guess I don't know.
And Sunpine Moon.
Yeah, Josh just likes
I'm
conventionally
so boring. I'm
attractive
sorry.
things.
I'm sorry. It's not like that. I don't know. I guess I've never thought of that. That's a that's a good question. That's a good one. That's a heavy hitter one.
Yeah, I don't really have an answer for that either.
Are you going to do that again, or you want to understand that what I do in this hat is an art?
Go, you control the hat.
Yeah. There's a way we work into things.
That one was deep.
Yeah.
Be better at it.
So, you fired Sheldon
Yep.
Yeah.
because he didn't do his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he went to Hawaii
Yeah.
in the middle of his job.
But I mean, that's either that's not the main reason. I think it was more of a thing like Sheldon knows how obsessed I am with my job. Like, it's like my identity, like, like, and so it was like, it's not that I expect all staff to have that, but like, it was just like Sheldon was so busy doing his own thing because he is so talented. Like, I need the
Oh,
job.
he's couching this so hard.
No, I'm
he's
not.
just like, I like
I'm not.
Sheldon.
This is a compliment,
No,
Sam.
no,
I-
it's fine. He's
I
gone.
am real.
You
I am
can
real.
just fire. You can be like,
No.
he was asleep all the time.
No, it was more so like, okay, to be honest, to be real honest,
Oh yeah, this is
Here
true.
we go.
it's true.
This is good.
No, it's fine.
It's true. Like,
I know what I am.
it's just part of doing the job that we were trying to do and that we do is like, you have to constantly show up, and I'm not going to say be fake, but you have to like, it's relationship building with people that maybe you don't even want to build a relationship, and they might even be like, hey man, you just do this, right? And you're just like, yep, that's what I do. And like, Sheldon's just like, he's so creative, and like that's the thing that like I have to constantly be reminded of. Like, legitimately, I'm in a service role. Like, the RCAC is like, the city is part of it and stuff. So it's like, it's going to continue after I leave. And like that was the biggest ego dump for me, was it's just like, we just try to get the best people we can in there. And Sheldon was just like
Not
doing other
the
stuff.
best.
No, we
not
love
even-
Sheldon.
Maybe not even good.
Dude, my boss was angry that I did that. It was a nightmare. Like, it's all good. Like, it's just, the biggest thing with me is like, I'm a straight shooter, and like, we had multiple conversations about it.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you don't enjoy it,
Yeah.
then why do
Well, that
it?
was the thing. I was like, I don't.
I
I was like, I don't have the skills for this job, and
think you have the skills. It's just, it's if you want to do it and show up every day and be like, I'm the community guy. I'm Sheldon. This is my hat.
Like, that's the nicest way I've ever seen anybody say, I fired Sheldon because he kept showing up to people's weddings in pit vipers. Like,
did I show up to your wedding in Pit Vipers?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know.
with the Kavinsky, like, dang, dang, night call soundtrack. Sheldon.
I like the way he couched it. So it's like, Sheldon, you don't even want this job.
Oh, yeah. You're too talented. You're
Yeah, I
too much
love
of a
doing-
unicorn for this.
When I had to fire people, that's how I do it too. I'm like, you don't even want.
You don't want to be
here.
burned out like me. You don't want to be launching a nootropic tea company that nobody buys.
There's a whole world out there,
There's opportunities for you, man. This is all I have.
Yeah.
You can get out. You can go somewhere awesome like Chamberlain.
Yes.
And you can make it there.
It's still
you can go to
cheap.
the Yukon and take stock photos.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You
Yeah,
can
no,
sit in a
no-
basement and do a podcast.
Yeah, this is why he left to come here.
Right,
like to
it's
do
an
this.
intervention now. It's just an hour of grilling me. So you're kind of a bad dude, aren't you? It's like, fuck, maybe I am. Shit, I'm gonna question everything. I do live like right next door, so I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
No, everything's cool. I still like all the RCAC. Everybody's cool. I miss all the coworkers, but I see you guys pretty regularly throughout the year. So
Yeah,
Yeah, they're usually giving you some money, right?
glad we got that one out of the way.
Yeah.
Shit,
yeah,
that was fucking awkward.
I mean, I could tell the whole time. I was like, he's just waiting to unload on Sheldon. I'm like, he's like waiting to figure out where he's going to be able to get into it.
I thought I handled that pretty good. I mean, that was pretty genuine, honestly. That's exactly what happened.
What's your go-to season? What's your favorite season?
Season, like seasonally, like actual like weather?
You can take it however you want.
Fall.
That's
I really
right.
do.
I thought he was going to say like season 7, the Frieza saga of Dragon Ball Z.
I was thinking of like TV episodes. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get quizzed here.
Yeah.
I like fall because it's like when it's basketball season starting up. So I'm a huge basketball guy. I let LeBron. Let's get one more, baby. Let's get one more. Football. I'm a big football guy, and then I just like the change to the season, the color. I like winter. I'm a Capricorn. You know, summer's just hot. I lived
What's
in Florida.
Capricorn? Which one's that one?
Like December. So my birthday's 2 days after Christmas. I'm a goat. So I'm basically like really earth and just kind of like hard worker and no bullshit.
So that's where the tea comes from.
Pretty much it's
Yeah.
it's trying to make me relax. You know.
Well, your birthday's in winter then.
December 27th, yeah. 2
Like
days after
squarely.
Christmas. Yeah.
So
And my stepson's birthday is the same birthday as mine. Isn't that crazy?
that is a bummer for him.
So
Yeah.
growing
He has
up,
to share a birthday now.
I let him have it, trust me.
Yeah.
growing up, would people try to like give you a combined Christmas birthday
Correct.
present all the time? Yeah.
Never
that
had a
sucked.
birthday really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's the 3rd of July.
Okay.
So like growing up,
you get it.
I always like people would give me a birthday present, but it was always like fireworks or like sparklers or something, which is fine, you know, not a bad thing. But
Yeah.
then
Give you those bunts. So like, here, I got you these. All the free things they give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as I became an adult, it was so hard to plan anything around my birthday because it's like, hey, do you guys want to hang out on my birthday? They're like, no, sorry, we got like plans
get
with our family.
drunk at
I
the
didn't-
river.
Yeah, I didn't celebrate my birthday for like 10 years because everyone's always busy that time.
Yeah.
And then I got a girlfriend and she was like, hey, I'm going to plan a birthday party for you. And then I broke up with her 2 weeks before my birthday. And she was like, this is the worst thing you've ever done to me. I was like, probably, but this is done.
Yeah.
And then I started dating like my wife like a week after my birthday.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah.
though.
He didn't
Worked out
even
great.
date her as a woman. He married her and then
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
let's check out who
Yeah,
she
we
is.
should we should
not
we
making
should
that
go out of
mistake
club.
Yeah,
again.
they got married, and then he was like, "You want to go for coffee sometime?"
Like we see each other, we should get to know each other,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I haven't celebrated your birthday for 32 years, and it's working.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it works for me.
Obviously, you've done so well in life. You're sitting in this basement with me as well.
Yeah,
Not celebrating my birthday has been a great life choice. for you.
Good.
I'm not telling anybody.
Keep it on the DL.
Yeah. What? So, TV show. You kind of brought this up.
Yeah.
Do you? What's your?
Yeah.
Do you have a TV show?
Man, there was I mean, I guess I do watch stand-ups a lot.
Who's your favorite stand-up?
I really
Tyler Corbijn.
never
That-
heard.
That's Tyler.
Oh. That was a good joke. Thank you for the setup.
Life is just a series of humiliation.
Tyler just stopped recording the podcast.
That was
We're
savage
done.
as fuck, dude. Jesus.
Oh, you the guy even talking to
I
me.
really like Kill Tony. Kill Tony. I really do like that stuff.
no.
I will admit. Just because I like the I can't believe that idea turned into that. Like that thing is so huge now. And
Yeah.
like, you know, and that's why like this is cool too. Because if you literally live in your fucking happy place, I'm serious, dude. Because like, okay, so this is like a thing I've been thinking about. So like when people try to like self-improve or whatever, or like they want to like make more money or they want more success or they want to get in shape or like whatever, it's really not the outcome that they're chasing. They're chasing self-acceptance from themselves. And in order to have that, you literally just have to have self-love. So like for any time you say something negative, because we all are so negative to ourselves, you have to say like 2 or 3 positive things back. And like even when you have that mindset, I still have like horrible days and all that stuff. So it's like that's the stuff that just like drives me for some reason, and I've been thinking about that a lot.
We've got a
lately.
lot of catching up to do. With that.
Well, I was going to say,
Sorry, it's the tea. It's the tea.
what you're saying is that if we keep doing this podcast, eventually we can get big enough that we too can insult an entire marginalized people group.
I think you could find your Ruby in really any situation.
I think he's saying that we need to love ourselves more for this podcast to take off.
That's
Or
not gonna
I
happen.
can help in any way. I'm always that's what I do. I hook people up. You know, you said sponsors. Let's get some
There we
sponsors.
go.
Put me to
Yeah.
work. That's what I do.
There we go.
Do it.
Yeah.
TV show.
Oh yeah.
We kind of got off the mark there.
I really liked Last of Us, that zombie one with the mushrooms. That was amazing.
Did you say La Zombie?
Sorry.
is
Yeah, probably.
Is that like an undead Italian
The
dish?
Last of Us.
Yeah, this
La Zombie.
That episode killed me with the
that one.
guy, and he was like a cook, you know, and stuff, and his partner. Man, I was that for like a week. That got
Nick
me.
Offerman, right? The
Yeah.
Ron Swanson? Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like that. But that was kind of my jam, I would say. Yeah, that was like and I think the second season's coming out
Nice.
in 25.
Josh just told us that he likes being sad all the time.
Pretty much.
Well, as
Yeah.
long as it's in a prestige drama,
Yeah.
you know.
He
He's
gets it.
he's like one of those guys. He walks around. He's in a good mood.
Tyler
You know?
Corbin.
He needs Corbijn. He needs
Corbin.
he needs $100
Why is
million
this a
of production
thing?
to be sad.
Why is this a thing?
okay.
Now I'm so ungenuine. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Tyler Corbin.
I think you also
Fine. Corbin.
I think you were also mispronouncing the
Christ.
the name of the festival that's coming down too the whole time.
Banff.
Yeah, isn't it
So
Banff?
for everybody out there,
Banff.
it's spelled
B-A-N-F-F?
B-A-N-F-F.
Yeah.
Correct.
Banff.
Correct.
Well, he's got the Chamberlain accent.
It's true.
Every N is
It's
an
true.
M.
Yeah.
It's true.
M is in Mancy. You're not a vegetarian, are you?
No.
Okay. You kind of have that vibe, like
I know.
Have you thought
Bring
about
it on.
Very
Now. I want the
earthy.
full truth. Yeah.
Well, like, have you tried it?
Yeah. I got sick from it.
Oh, are you iron deficiency or what?
No, I just had like this, like I couldn't digest like certain foods. It was weird, dude. It was like, I couldn't get the right like nutrition, and then
Yeah.
it was
He was
weird.
just eating magic mushrooms and he just couldn't sustain it long term.
It's like, how do people do that?
It's too much. It's a lot of work.
Little green beans at Pizza Ranch.
This is facts. It was for a girl though. It was my
Yeah.
current partner. She was a vegetarian and she was really into it, and so I tried it for almost a year and I got really sick. It took me like
You tried it.
I tried it.
Yeah.
I got down to 149 pounds.
Maybe I should try being a vegetarian, guys.
Well, it
I think I was doing it wrong.
It sounds like he kind of missed out on some of this stuff.
It's like Pizza Hut cheese pizza, vegetarian. But yeah, so that was like not a good decision
Yeah.
for me.
What's your least favorite food then?
Brussels sprouts.
You don't like Brussels sprouts. Mm-mm. You ever cook them?
I actually just learned a couple of years ago how to cook asparagus because I didn't know that you were supposed to break it before.
Hold on, what?
Yeah. So asparagus, you're supposed to kind of snap it before so then it's like more
Like
crisp.
a glow stick?
Yeah,
Or-
well, because then the part that snaps you can put on the tray and it's better, and then that other part's just kind of sandy. It's not good.
Oh,
It's
you
too
mean like
harsh.
cut the bottom part?
Yeah,
off.
you can.
Okay.
But if you bend
Yeah.
them, they'll just snap at a
Okay.
good part. I didn't even know that. I was like trying to eat the whole thing, and I was like, people just eat this stuff.
Because
I don't
it's like,
get it.
it's like a wood.
Yeah, it is. It's like a reed.
It's too much.
I was like,
fiber
why do
there.
I keep jacking these up? Because people are always like, asparagus so good with steak, and I'm like, but I think I have trauma from Brussels sprouts because my dad made it for me once when I was a kid, and I tried to feed him to the cat and underneath the table, and the cat didn't eat them. And so they were like, who put the food down here? And I was like, I don't know. And I got in trouble for it. So
Yeah.
it kind of damaged me, I think.
Did
they taste weird.
What did the cat eat very much that you gave it?
No, because I thought it was like a dog. Like,
Yeah.
you would give it and they'd eat it. But, I didn't know
It's
what a
like,
cat
man,
would
I don't
do.
like Brussels sprouts either.
No.
If you got a cheese pizza, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's anything in the
Seriously.
cat's wiring that would be like,
Want that.
I need some Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
They're mostly like meat and
They rarely
maybe
get,
some grain.
It wasn't a good decision.
they
Yeah.
rarely get cats in Chamberlain.
They get eaten.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive.
Well, Brussels sprouts, you gotta chop them up Got to put them on like a pan or like a grill and kind of let them warm up because then the sugars activate and then kind of like get kind of like roasted in a way.
Okay.
It's like little cabbage.
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
You get some oil on them, air fry them. They're really good.
Air fry, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just think
No,
I make them wrong.
I'm with you.
That's
I
totally
just-
what I do.
We just don't have to eat them.
You can't buy frozen, right? Because I've done that. And
I
it's
mean,
really bad.
it's probably fine. It depends on how you like.
Do you boil them at all? Is that?
I hate boiling anything.
I've done that. And it was bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Okay.
Boiling any
That was my
vegetables is
mistake. A no.
that's an end. That's a dead end right there.
That
The
was
nice part is
that was my
we're
folly.
at the point where we can just choose what to eat. Like you could have cactus bread for every meal if you want.
I could.
Yeah.
I would have so much anxiety if I did that. But I'm down.
What if I run out of cactus bread?
I need it.
You tried vegetarian for a year. Try cactus bread for a year.
That could be an actual film like
You'd
Spurlock.
be 349 pounds at the end of that one.
Heck yeah.
At opposite end of the spectrum.
You guys know Spurlock, right?
The Super Size Me guy.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
He's pretty big.
Where you eat
Didn't he
the-
pass away?
Didn't he
He
die?
He just died, yeah.
died
Yeah.
recently.
He was a big deal. I mean, he's kind of like Tyler Corbijn. He's pretty big.
Yeah. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, for sure. How did he die though?
He
Heart
went
attack?
back to McDonald's. He ate one of the E. coli burgers. That's a recent event that's not going to age well.
ate asparagus. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had the root of the asparagus.
Jokes out there.
His doctor's like, this is not right.
He didn't know how to eat a coconut. He was like, this is really hard on my teeth.
And when you were saying I didn't know how to make asparagus and crack it in half, I was like, have I been doing asparagus wrong? Like,
That's how I talk. I don't. Sometimes I can't like pronunciate what my mind is saying.
Like,
So
you can't
true.
say the word Corbijn. It happens to all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I apologize.
so you got tattoos.
Yes, sir.
What was your first tattoo?
This tattoo right here of the pine tree.
Why'd you do it?
'Cause he was-
Well, it was actually about a girl. It's my current partner, Kelly. We got it together.
Kelly Green.
Kelly, yeah. Kelly
Like-
Hiver, yeah.
Well, like Kelly Green's a certain kind of green.
But it's not
She's-
like pine.
It's
green or
close to
anything.
Pretty much.
Jamie, pull it up.
This is like this is like Kelly Green.
Jamie, pull it up.
Is that an actual color?
Kelly Green, yeah. It's what
Really?
the like throwback Eagles uniform is.
Oh, sick. Yeah, the like powder ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you look at the darker ones, that's almost what a pine tree looks like.
This is Kelly Green right
Close
here.
enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you got it for.
Yeah, I just got it with her, man.
Oh, you guys were just like, let's go do pine trees.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's what vegetarians eat is pine trees.
Yeah. Well, that's in this,
Yeah.
right? There's some pine needles that was steeped in this.
yeah, pine needles, pine bud, and pine tops.
What's a pine bud?
So a pine bud is actually in the springtime, normally about February to April. It's just the little mini pine buds that you see that come up. They almost look like mini pine cones, and they are mini pine cones. You actually pick them when they're in that springtime phase. So
They're
have
the
most-
beetle droppings is what they are.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's what they look like. But they're really
What's
high
your favorite
vitamin
part of the
C.
pine tree?
Man, got to be the roots, man. They keep everything going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite tattoo you got?
I would say probably the bottom ones because I got all those at once. So like I got this one, and then 2 weeks later I got the moon for Sunpine Moon, and it was really just a daily affirmation for me to do the company and just to like finally follow through on things. Not that I didn't follow through, but it was like you put out what you get in the world, and so it was like I just wanted to remind myself every day just to be humble.
Are all your tattoos on your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you say what's your favorite tattoo, you're like, hold on, let me
Yeah.
let me.
I'm
look
gonna
at
get my
menu.
feet done too, so I'm getting places that aren't like visible. So I'm gonna get all my feet done and then my hands too. So, but I don't want to get any on my body.
You don't sell feet pits or anything that's gonna ruin
It's
it.
gonna be really painful though. Feet are rough.
Is
so,
it? Oh, yeah, 'cause it's just
gosh,
all
so much nerve ending. So,
Nerve ending.
but
It does look kind of like you have an emoji keyboard on your
yeah,
fingertip. Like,
yeah.
that's
I'm a
pretty
big
good.
yogi guy, so I'm
Yeah, I
really
see
into
Om, I
that.
see,
yeah,
The
like
hand.
Ayurvedic medicine and alternative ways of thinking and stuff. So yeah, it's just a nice little daily affirmation thing. It's also a nice way to prevent me from having a job with people that I don't like. I'm serious.
There's a-
Because it's just so true.
There's a rapper I knew, and like he had a couple tattoos, but he waited to get knuckle tattoos,
Yep.
and it says like "dang" across his knuckles. And he was like, he's like, the moment I knew that I could be a rapper full time, forever, basically, I was like, I'm getting these knuckle tattoos because I'm not getting a real job.
Yep. Well, they even say that like when all the tattoo artists were in there watching me do it, and they were like, "Wow, this is like normally you don't do this because then you're not gonna get certain jobs and stuff." So,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man.
What tattoo would you get with us?
I'd honestly do anyone, for real.
Like any like.
Well, is there
like,
one?
If we got like
Certain
Super Saiyan
location.
hair like tattooed
Just
across our chest,
well, a certain location. I don't want to like be, but if like
like butt, like can we do like a butt cheek tattaoo?
Ooh,
See, I would rather have it like on my wrist.
Oh, I was gonna say like face.
Oh God, no! Are you kidding me?
That would really make sure that you didn't get jobs with people you didn't
On
like.
his
Yeah.
wrist, a pronunciation guide for Tyler Corbijn.
Or fine.
Get it right, dude. Yeah, I
We'll
don't know.
go get that right after this.
Do you guys have tattoos?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. On your butt?
No, on my back.
Oh, okay.
You have a tattoo?
Yeah, I have
It's a
tattoo.
tramp
They
stamp
didn't even
know.
versus Jesus.
You guys didn't know.
I guess we never talked about it.
Should we see it? We got to see it
Yeah,
now.
I don't think I've ever like taken my shirt off.
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Well, you have. You just didn't know I was around.
You were sleeping.
Oh, that
I don't
was
have
your
any
binocular
tattoos.
lens flare. Okay. all
You have any
right.
tattoos?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't have any tattoos. either.
I
Yeah.
I kind of want one, and I'm like, I don't know what I'd want to do.
I want
I
to
think now that I'm older, that I'm
Yeah.
I'm like more like, okay, I'm getting more cemented in like these are some good choices for what I could do.
Yeah.
Because when you're younger, you're like, I'm like, I guess that, and then like if I had done that, I'm like, oh jeez, like that would have been dumb.
Is it of the Joker?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a big Joker tramp stamp. My whole back is just Heath Ledger Joker.
No, it'd be worse. It'd be like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker or not Joker.
on his back. That would be epic. That would be so epic.
Why so serious? But serious is spelled wrong.
Yeah.
I wish I had a good story about it too, because it's like when she was doing it, I guess there's like a tattoo method called dimpling. And so it's where they basically individually poke, and so it took like almost 3 hours to do just the bottom ones. And
So you got him done in prison then? Like you got?
I mean, no, but it was just like I was doing that vegetarian lifestyle at the time, and I literally passed out. Yeah.
Was that when you
Do they keep
realized you
going
were
when you
sick?
passed out?
No, I guess it's really common apparently. So
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I got stabbed 40,000 times, I might pass out
yeah,
as well.
I was just sweating a lot, and she was just like, "You look a little like woozy," and I was just like, "Yeah." And so, if you actually look, like you can kind of see some of the like rays of sun are a little more like crooked because I think I was starting to
You were
fade out.
seizing.
And so she was like, "Let's get this one out of here."
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I don't know if
eat. That's the biggest thing. You have to have higher sugar levels. So like drink juices and candy and stuff when you get tattoos,
I like
because
this.
you're like,
I'm gonna get a tattoo.
because you're just kind of on edge. So yeah,
But when you pass out, they don't go like, "Oh, this is great." Finally, he shuts up.
they just put me on the couch and gave me a juice.
Dude,
Yeah,
let's go get tattoos, man.
yeah.
Just here for the juice, really. I've had orange juice in years. This is awesome.
That's what I need.
All right, you have an activity you said, right?
Yeah, we can do that now, right? Yeah. All right.
We are going to do that.
All right. Let me get this set up here.
do it.
We were supposed to set this up on break, so you don't see me doing this. We don't need that.
This is the most work I've ever seen Sheldon do.
Yeah.
And
If
you too,
did-
probably.
If you did this much work when you were with the Rhapsody Arts Council, you'd still work there.
You always come back.
Now, you guys, I don't never listened to these bands. These are all bands, band logos.
Oh wow.
No.
All right, now I have the answers of what these say,
They don't say anything.
and I'll give you them, and then you guys are gonna guess and stick the name where you.
Would I get a point if I named a band that was one of the four before you told us?
Yeah.
Do you know one of these?
I'm just gonna guess because of like the style. Avenged Sevenfold.
No.
One of these has got to be like Crown of Thorns or
Pretty
something.
close. Okay, one of them is called. I'll give you the first one.
Okay.
Wolves in the
Wolves in the Throne Room.
Wolves in the throne room. Yes.
I know that one. Because
Wow.
that's how I do that one actually.
Well,
Alright.
at least we know one now.
You
Yeah.
can't just. Well, okay, you all get a point for that one.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Wolves.
Okay. If you know it, Don't blurt it out.
Oh,
Okay, next one. We'll skip that one. This one's Wolves in the Throne Room.
Okay.
Okay, so
All
you
right.
were right.
obviously.
Heck yeah.
Obviously. All right, Leviathan.
I've heard of that before.
Oh, we're supposed to. You're gonna give us the names, and we're gonna know.
And you're gonna write like your write Leviathan,
Okay.
because I'll know your guys' handwriting.
Or like,
And then
heard of
you
that
stick
before.
it to whichever one you think it
or we
is.
could just put a number on it, like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, this is
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. So like,
1, 2, 3, 4. Which
Yeah.
one is Leviathan?
We're gonna just post it on.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2.
I don't know how to spell
Okay.
Leviathan.
I choose 3.
I don't know what we're winning. You get a 3-pack of Sunpine Moon.
Heck yeah. I think there's a hippie over there too. So you can...
Next one. I'm not gonna tell you guys the answers. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Kralis.
Corrales.
Krallice.
Kral Ice.
Well, now I want to change my answer.
I honestly like wonder if it's like a sinister like Aleister Crowley reference. So like the moon would baby. So I'm gonna go with that.
I've never listened to any of these bands before, by the way, so I don't know what they sound like. All right, last one. Crepitation. Crepitation.
Oh yeah, we should have just like hedged our bets. Everyone just chooses one. It's like, well, I'll get 1 point out of this.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. See who's right. Leviathan. Whose was this one?
That's me.
All right, you got.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, brother.
Let's go.
All right, you're the one who got that.
Yeah.
Kralis.
Oh.
This one, I think you were trying to sell.
That's me.
That was you. And you got.
We even chose colors.
And Crepitation.
Did I get all 4?
Dang,
This one.
What was your method?
And this
My
one.
method was assuming that Sheldon was too lazy to put them in a random
Yeah.
order. So I just
Oh,
went
true.
1, 2, 3, 4. I just assumed he would just put them in order. 4 for 4,
Because I
baby.
numbered it. God damn
The
it.
biggest
Anyway,
metalhead out here.
Can you read? Do you
I
understand this at all?
I don't.
Man.
I was like,
Number 2 was Leviathan.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I kind of thought that 1 or 4 was because I was like, that looks like it's one word. And then so I was
Yeah.
like, well, that's
Now-
probably right.
Now you know it's crepitation.
I was looking at this one and I seen a little like information about this one about the first letter. The W is set sideways right here.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's how English works.
Interesting.
I like how it's bleeding. Or it's root, one of the two.
Yeah, these
These
are.
look a lot less intimidating when you think of them as like tree roots.
Yeah. They're very
Those are-
Oh, they're just
insane.
really earthy.
We gotta get a Things Might Happen. Death
Like
metal
that.
Yes.
logo.
Black
Get
metal
on it,
logo.
visual artist. Heck yeah.
I'll make us a black metal logo.
Just make it say like crepitation or something and throw
If
everybody
you've got
off.
like a closet full of T-shirts with designs like this, do you think you know? Or do you think some days you're like, I'm pretty sure this is a decapitation?
I don't know, man. Black metal fans are like insane, so I'm pretty sure they know. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
If you're a crust punk, do you think you even have a closet of T-shirts? Or is it just a
It's just your
garbage bag you
pile.
keep in the
No,
corner?
you wear the 3 shirts you own and then never take them off.
Yeah.
You just sleep on top of them like a bed of them and just grab whichever one your head ended up on.
These are stupid, by the way. If any of these are black metal, you're stupid.
Leviathan, that's I've heard of that
I've
band
heard
before.
of that band, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've heard some music by them, but
It's the only band I heard.
I think they're just kind of pretty much just a general metal band,
Yeah.
prog metal.
Prog metal? Oh, progressive.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like from Prague.
Oh no!
David
Oddly
Bowie
specific.
samples.
All right. Well, is there anything else we need to cover? Is there anything else you got in your
No,
head? And you're
man.
like, well, we really didn't get to my aviation.
That's why I'm really here. No, that was really good.
Well, yeah. Thank you for coming by.
For sure.
if you have a
Thanks for having
chance,
me.
definitely check out the Sun Pie Moon. We're all roasted, you know.
Yeah.
We're all feeling good. I feel like I probably lost 70, 80 pounds just from drinking that one.
I appreciate you guys having me. You know, and if you guys ever want to do anything in the future, let's do more stuff. Like that's what I do. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. You put on
Yep.
a lot of events. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah,
They all seem good from the outside for
Yeah.
the most part.
yep.
They
I don't know if
They
you-
don't let you into the doll anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Ever since you guys kicked me out.
It's locked now.
Should we tell him the story about your
No.
friend over there? No.
No.
You have to now. You just
Yeah.
mentioned it. Just nutshell it.
We don't
real
have
quick.
So we were over at an event. There was a stand-up night, and one of the gals was standing up front, and Tyler had just listened to a podcast about doors, and he
Not
was
just.
Like
I hold on to information for months.
and so he decided to share that there's a design concept within doors that they look like they're pull handles, but they're push or
You're not
they're
even doing this right. All right, so there's this idea called Norman doors. All right.
Okay.
So the idea is whenever you see a door, if you see a handle, you know you're supposed to pull.
Yep,
You
I
see
get
a
it.
bar, you're supposed to push. But
Yep.
Norman doors are the same on both sides.
Yep.
So it's pull on both sides, but it's like, or pull on one side, push on one side, but they're both handles.
Yep.
You're supposed to look cool and symmetrical. The doll
Has
has
that.
Norman doors on the front.
Yes.
So I was like,
Yes.
this is what they are, and I was explaining to everybody, and then the front receptionist person was like, "You're really smart and cool and funny."
No, now you're not telling it right. She looked and she's just staring, and I was like, "It's okay. He's all right." And she's like, "Oh, I just figured he was autistic." Like, well, you got
Whoa.
it right for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
man. You know, but honestly, dude, I worked at the front, and I would say
You saw autistic
More-
people all the time.
more than half of the people do that. They,
Yeah,
they
it's a-
do the opposite.
it's
And
weird.
I still do it sometimes, and you're like, "What am I doing?
Yeah,
I've been here 5 years,
absolutely.
and I lock it up every time, and I still am like."
Are you sure you've been turning it the right way?
Right? It's like, why
It
isn't my
might be
credit card
locked.
opening the door? I've done that before too. I'm like, what is going on? It's like, Josh.
You lock, you pull it the wrong way. Yep, that's locked. You
Yeah.
walked away. It's open.
Yeah. Totally though. I get it. 100%. 100.
All right. Well, thank you for Josh
Yeah, thank
Miranda
you
for
guys.
coming on.
Appreciate it.
Things might happen.
Shout this out one more time.
Yeah, Sunpine Moon Nootropic Tea. You can follow us at Sunpine Moon Brewing on Instagram. We're going to have a website probably within the next 6 months to a year, and it's available at Tandor Bocado Restaurant, BB's Natural Wine Bar, Bread Root, Co-op, Staple and Spice, the Yoga Studio, Canvas to Paint, and the Doll Arts Center, and probably many more soon. And thank you guys so much.
Arby's, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna
definitely.
have
My basement.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Sweet, yeah.
Swing by my house. I'll have some for you.
Yeah, thank you guys.